If you are a true, genuine twin flame, it's really important for you to remember that the main thing here is the twin flame mission, and that 3D physical union is just a byproduct of this path. There's two things working hand in hand on the twin flame journey. That would be your divine blueprint and free will. Someone asked me yesterday during a session what would happen if he ignored, rejected, or avoided his twin flame reunion or union so that he could pursue other things like his career. And he wanted to know, will the divine block that path for him or make that path a lot harder? Like, would there be repercussions for him choosing something other than his twin flame journey? For most of us here incarnated on Earth, it's difficult or nearly impossible to remember the evolution of your soul's growth. We normally don't have all of the answers to the questions like, why am I here? What is the purpose? Why did I incarnate at this time? What is my divine purpose in this lifetime? And the divine uses signs and synchronicities to try to keep you on the right path. I believe, from a soul's perspective, it would be a waste of time and effort and energy to avoid your twin flame journey in this lifetime. But you do have free will. I'm sure you've noticed, though, that as soon as you start to wander off the path, the divine puts you right back on it over and over and over and over again. Imagine you're a parent. For a lot of you, you don't have to imagine this, but you're a parent and you're trying to put your toddler to bed, and your toddler just keeps getting out of bed over and over and over and over again. And you find them playing on the floor with their toys, doing anything besides going to sleep, besides laying in their bed. Your baby has free will, and their free will is saying, I don't want to go to bed. No sleep, I want to play. But at the same time, you as a parent, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to this child's well-being. And sleep is a vital part of that child's well-being. So as a parent, you're trying to keep this baby on a schedule that's good for them. And so you pick them up and you bring them back to bed and back to bed and back to bed every time they jump out. But something that happens to true twin flames who have been genuinely activated and have gone through the main phases and stages of the ascension process, they won't really have any career driven goals. You tend to lose the desire and the drive to be successful in that way, in that matrixy 3D way. 3D earthly successes, they just start to hold no or not much importance. Not as much as the 5D work is holding that you're being called to do, called to explore. Most twin flames who have raised their frequency are very unlikely to have an earthly life goal such as a career, and most of them get out of that 9-to-5 work life. So will the universe make it harder for you if you do choose this? Like we talked about earlier, you have free will, and the universe wants to let you explore and wander for a bit to find out which works best for you. And it may take a while, but eventually you'll probably make it to that goal, and then you'll realize it's not even what you want anymore, or it doesn't make you feel fulfilled in the way that you thought it was going to. And then you realize that there really has always been this something else that's been trying to come in this whole time that you've just kind of been ignoring. I work with a lot of people who started a business or had a business idea in mind before they awakened, or at the very beginning stages of their awakening journey. And the more they ascend, the higher they vibrate. They are losing all passion, all interest, all drive and focus that they originally had for that business. Many of them keep pushing on and they just push through it. But more have realized that without this passion and the drive and the focus and the interest, they have nothing to fuel that hard work that's very much needed in order to take their business and finances to the next level. It's like their physical body is there in their business, but their soul is somewhere else. And many of them don't know exactly where their soul is, they just know where it's not. So even though we all have free will to do as we please, the divine is always there to remind us of the bigger picture. Because if it doesn't, you might just be wasting your time and delaying and prolonging your growth and evolution. Be open and aware enough for you to be able to identify the signs and the synchronicities from the divine. Trust in them fully and move in the direction that they are guiding you to go in.